Imagine you're outside tomorrow. Then, without warning, Earth stops spinning. Not slowly, not gradually, instantly. And the terrifying part is, you wouldn't stop with it. Right now, the ground beneath you is moving incredibly fast. You don't feel it because everything around you is moving together. The ground, the buildings, the oceans, even the air above you. But if Earth suddenly stopped, your body would still be moving at the speed it was traveling. Near the equator, that's roughly 1,670 kilometers per hour. So for a moment, the planet would stop. But you wouldn't. You'd be thrown forward at incredible speed. And you're not the only thing moving. The atmosphere would keep moving too. Imagine a wall of air rushing across the planet at hundreds of meters per second. Trees would snap. Objects would become projectiles. Anything not firmly secured could be swept away. And then there's the ocean. The oceans have been spinning with Earth for billions of years. If the planet suddenly stopped underneath them, the water wouldn't politely stop too. It would keep moving. Massive walls of ocean water could surge across coastlines. And here's where things get even stranger. You might think the entire Earth would become one giant disaster immediately. The effects would depend heavily on where you were standing. Near the equator, the surface is moving fastest. Near the poles, it's much slower. So if you're near the equator, you'd be in the worst possible place. But let's say you somehow survive those first few minutes. There's another problem. Day and night would completely change. Earth currently spins once roughly every 24 hours. That's why we experience normal cycles of daylight and darkness. But if Earth stopped rotating while continuing to orbit the sun, one side would face the sun for an incredibly long time, and the other side would remain in darkness. Imagine seeing the sun rise, and then realizing it's going to stay there for months. The daylight side would receive sunlight continuously. The dark side would remain without direct sunlight for an extremely long period. And somewhere between them, there would be a permanent twilight zone, a narrow region where the sun would always appear close to the horizon. That might sound like the safest place to live. The Coriolis Effect. That's the invisible force created by Earth's rotation. It helps shape winds, storms, ocean currents, and huge weather systems. Without normal rotation, the atmosphere would behave completely differently. The atmosphere would keep moving. The oceans would surge. And day and night would become incredibly long. You're riding a spinning planet, moving through space at thousands of kilometers per hour.